Honestly, I feel exhausted. I feel like I've given absolutely everything to my family and to my career for the last, 5, 7, maybe 10 years, and I've just got nothing left in the tank. I can't see how I could possibly ever manage my health and manage the family and the demands that are currently on me. I've tried certain things, but they always expect so much from me, and I just don't have the time for it that I just totally feel like I'm in a rut. When I start working with a burnt out mum, I know that she feels like she is totally doing everything on her own. She's given all of her time and energy to her career and managing the home and predominantly her kids. Often these children have extra needs, and so they're just giving absolutely everything to everyone else, and they feel like they don't have any time for themselves. These women are really burnt out because they lack a balance between their home life, their career, and managing the family. And looking after themselves just hasn't been able to occur because it's just too demanding. Generally, these women are really high achievers. They're fantastic in their career. They're fantastic mums. They take a huge amount of pride in their house, but they've become so invested in managing and looking after everyone else's needs that they haven't been able to look after their own. And they feel really frustrated with the circumstances because they seem to be able to juggle everything else in life, but this one thing they just don't seem to be able to get on top of. Now, as we all know, when we get into that state and we're giving absolutely all of our energy to everyone else, we feel this internal frustration. We feel resentment towards other people because they seem to get their needs met and we're not getting our own needs met. And so we don't feel like we're managing our stress very well. This internalizes. So people manage stress in two ways. These individuals are either externalizing stress, where they're more toxic in their relationships. They feel like they're more catty and just not as kind, and they're not as loving or giving as they normally would be, or they internalize the stress. They feel really overwhelmed. They emotionally shut down. They make themselves sick. They can have issues with their digestion. They seem to catch colds a lot. They seem to have a really low immune system. They can get neck and shoulder and joint pain or back pain because there's so much inflammation in their body from the cortisol. So it doesn't matter which way that these individuals are manifesting stress, whether it be internalizing or externalizing, they're making themselves or they're making their relationships sick. And they feel guilty about that. These women are very competent individuals and they're great at making decisions around their career. They're great at showing up and getting the work done and making sure the kids, all the needs are met and the homework's done and the extracurricular activities are occurring. But when it comes to their health, they freeze. They don't know what to do. They feel like there's way too much information out there. They don't know where to start. They feel like it's just gotten too big now and the ball has rolled too far and they don't know how to peel it back. Now, as a women's health and mindset coach, I know that these individuals who feel burnt out and exhausted, they need to start small. We need to focus on the direction that they want to go and the goals that they want to meet. That we need to make sure that we implement small increments that are going to get them there. It is not about smashing the workouts and making sure that they have a healthy diet in the beginning. What it's about is finding balance across managing their time, creating routines for the family, diving into how she's actually managing the home and how she's even completing all her household chores, what she continues to put above her own needs, and most importantly, how she's managing her stress. Because stress is the main thing that keeps derailing her here. She feels like she hasn't got the time, she certainly hasn't got the energy, and she just can't manage her health. Now, we start to focus on creating a really solid foundation, so an individual's managing their time better, they're working out where their household chores are going to occur, they've got a better daily routine, they feel like they've got structures for the family, that creates time. Suddenly that individual who was snowed under and didn't feel like she could put anything else on her plate is finding time in her day. She's more organized because she's only doing food shopping once a week. She's more organized because she's calculated what she's eating every evening and she's got more energy and she's sleeping better. She's got a routine and the kids know what they need to do in the morning so that she's actually got time for herself. Once these structures are in place, then this individual can start to look at exercise. And then she can be consistent with it because she actually has a routine and a practice in the family that's going to allow her to show up for herself. When these women get back to focusing on their own personal needs and they create something that works for their family, works for them, and helps them manage their time better, decreases their stress, they're able to continually rock up for it because they can see the benefits of it. Their life is actually changed for the better. The problem with just getting a generic meal and exercise plan and just trying to put that on top of your already full to-do list is that it's overwhelming because it doesn't fit in with the current family structures. And so you need to create something. It needs to be a customized plan that works for you and works for your family, that you absolutely love and you want to show up for every single day. Then as a result of this, your stress is lower and you can start to bring in more practices like meditation, journaling to help you manage your emotions, entering the stress-free zone frequently. And then of course, naturally, not only is your body healthier because you're not experiencing so much cortisol and so much stress, but also your relationships are healthier too because you feel like you've got more time and energy to give to the ones that you love. Now, if you want help with finding something that truly fits into your lifestyle, this is what I do. So click on the button, let's have a chat about what works for you and what doesn't work for you. We can come up with a customized plan.